Hello, YouTube on Facebook. Hi, everybody. It's been a while since I've gone live simultaneously in places. Technology has been a little bit extra uh, work for me lately, so bear with me. Thank you. I'm going to grab our friends over on Instagram. Whoa, I can get my tripod going. Yay, it's working. Okay, bump the lights up a little bit here. Kind of dim. Hi, everybody. Hi, Awakened Creators. I hope you can hear me okay. Please let me know that you can hear me. Welcome in. Welcome in, Dream State Visions. Hi. Let's settle into our space together. I tell you, I have had a crazy banana day already, and it's just noon where I am. Which is why I'm still in my gym clothes. But I wanted to go live nonetheless and show up for you all in my full authenticity because this is me, this is where I'm at, this is my life. So I'm excited about this new moon. I'm excited about all the transformative energies that Scorpio has in store for us that you're probably already feeling. I know if I'm feeling it, you're probably already feeling it too. A lot of things shifting and changing. And the tricky the tricky thing with Scorpio energy is that it really does not hide anything. It really doesn't mince words. Like you're gonna know. You're gonna know what you need to fix. You're going to know what's not working. You're going to feel it. It's probably going to be uncomfortable. And that's because Scorpio wants you to change. It wants you to transform. It wants you to get comfortable with the idea of death and rebirth because that's really what life is all about. So, we're going to talk a bit about it today. I'm going to share some affirmations with you that I created for this new moon that I also want to hold space for and take time to allow you all to create your own affirmations and have us all work together and combine our energies in order to add some extra emphasis to those affirmations. All right, so let me just grab my notes here for just a second. And at the last minute, I made like a thumbnail for this live for YouTube. And I had to sit for a second and think about what I was going to call it. And I ended up calling it Defending Creative Boundaries because I feel like that's what's coming up a lot right now. And I try to really look through my own life and experience as, a signal of what spirit wants me to talk about on camera, wants me to share, wants me to be vulnerable about. And really, this scorpionic energy that's all about boundaries. Hi, Dream Detective, welcome. That wants you to, it wants you to decide what's important to you, right? Because the opposite of Scorpio is Taurus. And Taurus, as we talked about with the full moon ritual we did, it's what do you value? Okay. So we've already established what we value. We've already gotten clearer on what's really important to us. Now Scorpio says, okay, put in place the boundaries necessary to protect those things. So if, for example, your uh, value was feeling good about your creativity, well, then you're being called now with the Scorpio new moon to create some boundaries around feeling good. So if there's a certain person in your life that doesn't make you feel good, okay, Scorpio is going to ask you to put a little boundary around that. If you are needing more time to create in order to feel good, Scorpio is going to ask you to put a boundary around that. Where you need more time, where do you need some sacred space? Where do you need to defend your creative boundaries? So I know from experience that that can feel really uncomfortable and that can feel very challenging to step up to the plate energetically and to declare a boundary to someone or to something, but especially as it deals with relationships. But I'm telling you this from my own experience, it is so much harder to enforce a boundary after the fact than it is to do it from the start. Because so if you can imagine, you've got your life as this house. It's a lot harder to allow someone into your house and then get them to leave than to tell them no at the door and to ask, that they not share this space with you because maybe they have really rotten opinions about your creativity. Maybe they talk down to you. Maybe they make you feel disrespected. Maybe they don't, they try to schedule over your creative time. Or maybe if you're like me, you're dealing with a lot of internal stuff, right? So for me, this energy of boundaries is coming up with like, I have to defend myself against myself. So what does that look like? So here's an example from today. So I have an 8-year-old child and he's got to get ready for school in the morning. And most mornings it goes by smoothly, but sometimes it doesn't. And those of you who have kids or you have juggling various responsibilities in the morning know things don't always go according to plan. So there was a bit of a emotional blow up this morning. My son was feeling rushed and impatient and frustrated. And my old tendency would be to let this one thing, this one feeling overwhelm me and ruin my whole day. And now my whole day is shot. In addition to this, I had a physical medical issue that freaked me out, and also set me off like inside of myself of like feeling anxious and desperate and unsure. So I had a choice. I had a choice. I could choose to allow these emotions inside myself and the circumstances of my life to overwhelm me, to cause me to cancel this live, to cause me to not take care of my body and go to the gym, to cause me to want to comfort myself with unhealthy foods or unhealthy habits and just lay in bed. And I'm not saying that those things are bad or that if I had chosen that way that I'm a bad person and I'm not spiritual and whatnot. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that for me in this moment, I had to choose to draw a line with my feelings, with myself, and say, I know I'm feeling this way about this one thing, and I know I'm feeling this way about this other thing. But I get to choose where to focus my attention. I get to choose where to focus my energy, where to draw the line. What am I going to protect? What vibration am I going to protect right now? And I wanted to protect the vibration of feeling good. I wanted to feel good. I'm like, "I don't care how today goes. I wanna have a good day. I'm choosing to have a good day. I'm choosing to feel good." Okay, so what would make you feel good? What would you do if you felt good? I would go to the gym and I would still do my life. Okay, we have a plan. That was my morning. So I'm like, "Okay, right before this live, you're gonna test me hardcore, push me into my mastery." Thank you, dream detective, yes. Push me in. So this Scorpio energy is asking you to draw lines, not just with other people, not just in your environment, in your day-to-day life and how you interact with things, but also inside yourself. Because if we allow our feelings to get all globbed up, okay, maybe you go to a critique group and one of the people at the critique group criticizes your story, right? It hurts you maybe personally more so than you wanted it to. You can choose in that moment to let that one comment and how you feel about it be the feeling you take to every creative project from that point on. You can choose that, and I've chosen that in the past before. I have allowed critiques that hit my heart that I didn't have a boundary of. I let it hit my heart so hard that I would stop. I stopped working on that story. I stopped, okay? Scorpio is asking you to put up boundaries to protect your creative life, to protect how you feel about your art from others and from inside your own head. Don't go there, mind. Mm-mm. You might think that, brain, but I'm defending my belief that I love my art, that I trust the process. I don't care that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't care that I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I'm not focusing my energy on that. I'm focused on loving what I'm doing, loving the process, loving myself, loving my art. And it seems like such a intangible kind of it's all deep, right? Because that Scorpio wants you to go deep into your own brain, into your psyche, find out how you can work with yourself and all your shadow bits and make it valuable, like protect the value of that opposing energy of Taurus, that balancing energy of Taurus to protect what you value. Guarding the guarding the garden of the heart. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Dream Detective. That is the perfect metaphor for what Scorpio is asking. That Scorpio and that Taurus. The Taurus is that garden, right? That earthly place where we would grow the values that we talked about this last full moon. Now, Scorpio says, guard it, protect it, manifest, because this is a new moon. We're being asked to plant seeds, manifest the boundaries necessary to protect that. Okay? So, this is the energy, these are the themes I want you to start feeling into and working with at this time, because the new moon is not going to apex till Monday. And I want to prepare you all for how to make use of the lessons that might be coming up for you. So pay attention to where you're being asked to protect your feeling good, to protect your feelings of confidence. Start dropping in the comments. I would love to hear from you. What feelings about your art, about your creative life do you want to protect? You want to protect respect for what you do. You want to protect um, your confidence. You want to protect your love for the process. Maybe that's what you want to protect. You want to protect. Um, ooh, just trying to feel into this for myself. I want to protect. I just want to protect like excitement and actually. Um, so think about those things that you're wanting to protect that will honor the values you set forth in the full moon ceremony that we did earlier. And if you weren't present for that, I highly recommend you go watch that video. Um, that full moon in Taurus that we did. We actually created a piece of artwork that resembled or symbolized all the values, new values that we want to honor. And so you might want to reference back to that creation that you made and reflect on, okay, what are the boundaries in place I need to create now to protect those things. Thank you all for sharing. Protect appreciation. Oh, that's a great one. Protect appreciation for what you do. Which also means, right, when we set these boundaries, is we don't talk shit about our art. We don't allow other people's negative opinions to impact us. They can still say what they want, and they're gonna, but you don't take it to heart. You don't allow it in. You let that be them. Because I appreciate what I appreciate what I do. So protect appreciation. Protect and present a time and space to prioritize my art. Okay, yeah, I think I understand itty bitty. Um, preset a time and space to prioritize my art. Say, yeah, let's take some time and space, right? If you value what you do and you think it's important and you think it matters, where's the time and space to do it then? I feel that deep. I got hit like a ton of bricks lately with like, why aren't you creating? You're telling all these people to create and you're not creating. Don't beat yourself up, right? These are love pats. But sometimes the universe love taps you with some reality of you're not doing what you said you were going to do. And that's a chance for you to double down on your love. So, yes, take that time and space. If your art's important to you, make the time and space to do it. Protect being multifaceted. Yes. Don't let yourself be put into a box. Don't let other people put you into a box. Reject that. Scorpio is saying, look, you get to defend yourself. You get to do this. Like the universe backs you in protecting what you love. That's how you create. That's how you make stuff happen. You protect the things you love. So by all means, if you need to put your little stinger out and sting, you can do that. Like, and I don't mean to be mean to people. I'm not saying or condoning hurting anyone. I'm saying that you get to be back. Like the universe has got your back. Stand up for yourself. Do not let yourself be put in a box. Protect wonder and the flow of imagination. Oh, these are juicy. Yes, yes. Protect wonder. Allow yourself to be curious. Don't shoot down your ideas. Oh, that's crazy. No one would ever let it thrive. Let it go. Let your mind be curious. Let yourself wonder and have imaginative ideas. Let everything be valuable in that realm. Like why are you shooting down your own ideas? Why are you limiting yourself? Let yourself have that flow. Um, oh, I see preserve. Okay, yes, to staying outside that box. Yeah, don't go in that box. Let's not put ourselves in those boxes. Protect flow. Protect flow. How do we protect that flow? For me, that's not putting so much on my plate that there's no space for anything else but work and do, and one thing to the next. I need space. I need to protect space for flow. I need to protect room to pivot if necessary, right? And I can't do that if I'm scheduled back to back to back to back to back with stuff. So I try as part of my boundary setting to not take on so much, not schedule in so much in one day that I am just, there's no room for flow, there's no room for error. That puts too much strain on me. I don't like it personally. Maybe some people thrive in that environment, but I do not. I need space to flow. Yeah, wonder, spontaneously changing directions. Okay, how can you protect that? How can we protect being able to change and shift direction? Okay, again, this may be a boundary you have to set inside yourself to say, I will not force myself to continue down a road that doesn't feel good anymore. I will allow inspiration to come in and shift me as needed. I will let that be okay. I will change the beliefs or I will reject beliefs inside myself that don't allow me to pivot. So, really think about how you can embody the boundaries necessary to create an environment that allows all that creative energy to just flow and grow and expand and become this beautiful thing. Yeah, you guys are great. You're doing it. You're doing the work. Let me just check. Hmm. Like, see, even now, I can hear the back of my head, like, you got to stay on the schedule. You got to stay to the bullet points, talking points. And then I'm having to really put a boundary up and say, look, I am also, I let my heart and my intuition guide me, not some bullet list I made hours ago, like, or days ago. If those don't feel good, I'm going to pivot to something else. So I'm literally doing it right now with you, with you guys, putting up those boundaries, defending my creative boundaries and saying, no, I want to flow. I want to pivot. So I'd love to I'd love to go through some of the affirmations that we've created for this new moon and then help you all create some that feel really good to you. Because I think you're already getting there. You're already tapping into that. So I'm just gonna really quickly like move through these affirmations. I don't want you to necessarily focus on them too much because I want to spend more time creating our own. So let's talk about some of these affirmations and feel into them as we say them. I take time and space for my creativity without apology or justification. That's a big one for me. 'Cause I grew up like, you gotta earn everything. You wanna have fun, guess what? Not until that floor is mopped, not until all those dishes are done, and while I respect work ethic, and I do think that there is some merit in that, it can become imbalanced, and for me personally, I heard this on Instagram somewhere, I forget who posted a reels, but it was about procrastinators. That's me. I'm a procrastinator. When I really wanna be creating and I start making myself feel guilty for wanting to do that rather than clean, I get all up in my head and I make myself do all this work, and it's like I'm subconsciously trying to earn my creative time, but what happens is you go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, and before you know it, it's dinner time. Now you gotta cook for your kids and all this stuff, and guess who didn't get to write today? Because guess who didn't take the time and space for their creativity without justification or apology? Me. That was my choice. So again, Scorpio is gonna be black might with you, like, you don't draw the proper boundary, you're gonna get stung and it's gonna suck. So do what you gotta do, put the scrubby down, tell yourself, okay, I just need an hour to paint. I just want an hour to write. I just would like an hour to dance. And when I get that, or even 30 minutes, 20 minutes, like what feels okay to you. And as soon as I'm done with that, I will go right back to scrubby. I will go right back. Okay. Give yourself little rules. You can create little guideposts. But what you don't want to do is don't put your creations on the back burner. Don't send them to the back and forget about them. You will regret it. Heart to heart, trust me. And I know you regret it. You regret it. And then you feel like crap more because you didn't feed your heart and you're sitting there cleaning on an empty heart, right? So step away from the sponge. Yes. Put the scrubby down. You can clean later. Prioritize your creativity. Take the time and space because what you're really doing is what you're really doing when you do that is you're saying, I matter. What I love matters. What makes me feel good matters. It's important that I feel good. It's important that I feel fulfilled in my life. That's new for some of us, right? That's new for me. I did not spend over a decade working in the financial aid office telling myself what I feel matters and my fulfillment matters. I spent over a decade doing that, telling myself my fulfillment doesn't matter. What matters is how many dollar signs is on my paycheck every month. What matters is that I have a fancy title that makes people respect me in the workplace. Guess what? Because I don't respect myself. So I'm going to collect titles to try to build up that respect. But really, I need to respect myself. But really, I need to actually prioritize me. But really, I need to actually make sure that I feel fulfilled before I trying to help others earn money or gain notoriety or whatever. All of those things will come when you feel fulfilled, and you'll do it way better than you could have before. Okay, you'll treat your kids better. You'll treat your partners better. You'll treat your coworkers better. You will treat yourself better. You will care for yourself more when you feel that cup. So take the time and space for your creativity without apology or justification. I shelter my creations from unhelpful attitudes and opinions, especially within myself. This is what I was talking about earlier. For me, because I have very supportive people all around me, I don't usually hear unhelpful attitudes except from inside me now. I used to before when I was in environments that I did not belong and people did not understand my vibration. They were like, who's this cuckoo girl that thinks she's gonna be some famous writer one day? Like, go away, you know. But now I'm in an environment I've made the cuts, I've grown throughout the years, and now I'm surrounded pretty much by people who love and support me for who I am, and it feels really good. But now my biggest, I won't say enemy because I don't believe those parts of ourselves are enemies. They're teachers. So my biggest teacher right now is from within me and my own unhelpful attitudes and my own unhelpful opinions or unhelpful belief structures that I'm breaking down. Because guess what? We are shedding so much of the old life right now. Like if you feel like you're a snake and you're molting, it's because you are. The old life, and I know it seems like we have been doing this forever, but I'm telling you intuitively, I feel like this is the pinnacle. I feel like the energy is really amplified, that we are shedding that old life. Like old life that we are feeling right now is just like it's just the whisper of it, the smoke left over. Like this is ugh, we're getting so close to the final layer here, folks, before we pop totally into this newer state of being. And we have to just keep doubling down on what we know to be true, that our hearts matter and loving ourselves matters. So shelter your creations from unhelpful attitudes and opinions, especially from inside yourself. Scorpio wants you to go deep, deep, deep inside your own mucky muck and find those unhelpful attitudes and opinions you have of yourself and your creations and cut them out. Draw a line, create boundaries. Okay. Welcome, cookies. Welcome, Yana. All right. How about this one? I am protecting the sacred artist I am becoming. I love myself. I just told this. We are shedding the final, final, final layers, the wispy shadow of what we were. We're really, really tired of that old sweater and we are taking it off finally and completely, folding it up, thanking it for its lessons, and putting it back on the shelf and protecting the sacred artist we are becoming. This means that you don't talk down to yourself, that you don't say, "You'll never change," or hold your old mistakes over your own head. You protect who you're becoming, not who you've been. Not who you've been. You can let that go. You don't need to protect who you've been. You don't need to hold on to that. Well, I used to be like this, and I used to do this way, and that was the story. That was the story, wasn't it? And I've learned and I've grown so much, and I can let that go now, and I can turn my attention towards who I'm becoming, the sacred artist, a person who lives by this guide in my chest, my heart chakra. I let this guide me, not my mind, not my ego, not my pain, not my emotions. I let my heart lead the way, and I protect that becoming. How do you protect a becoming, right? How do you protect a becoming? Grace, patience, forgiveness. You're not patient with yourself, you're not protecting the becoming. Criticizing yourself at every turn will not help you become. It will pull you back down into the old story. So protect your becoming. Give yourself grace. Give yourself patience. Give yourself forgiveness. When I do my mirror work daily, I try to do it almost daily. Here's my little mirror. Here's my little mirror. And I look in my mirror and I tell myself things I'm proud of you for. I'm proud of you, Amanda, for recognizing that you did not want to feel like crap for the rest of today. I forgive you for indulging in it anyways and rolling around and writhing in your poor feelings. I forgive you for that. I love you, Amanda. I love you for showing up for yourself today. I love you for showing up for the people you love today. I love you for being authentic. I am proud of you for that. Tell yourself how proud you are of yourself. Tell yourself to forgive yourself. Protect who you're becoming. My boundaries, I know a lot of you resonated with this one. My boundaries reflect new levels of self respect and trust within myself. My boundaries are reflecting new levels of self respect and trust within myself. So, elevating where we draw the line because we trust ourselves more now, because we love ourselves more now, because we respect ourselves more now. That is the guidance to where to draw the new line. Let your boundaries reflect your new self-trust, your new self-respect, your new self-love. Yes, Yana. Step by step, loving myself more and more. That's the golden ticket. That's going to take you where you want to go. Love, 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 love. It sounds so simple because it is. Hard is letting go of the lies and the beliefs that tell you you're not worth it. You don't deserve love. Look at all the things you've done wrong. Look at how they made fun of you back then. Look at how mean everybody was to you. Literally, breathe it out. Move it out. I posted a reels about this live, me shaking out, literally shaking out. I did that dance to shake out the old boundaries where I let people walk all over me, where I let myself get roped into things I don't want to do, where I let myself be taken advantage of. No, 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 no. I respect myself. And I demand that anyone in my circle respect me too, the way I respect them. And if that ain't happening, bye, 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 bye. No apologies. Bye. Self respect, trust within yourself. Let that be the guidance for your boundaries. Let's create some affirmations. Let's create some affirmations together. Those of you who have done this before, you may remember how. Uh, now I do need my notes because I want to make sure that we get to the steps. Okay, so here we go. Here we're going to create some affirmations. I need a notebook. Here's a notebook. I need a pen. Look at my little rainbow gel pens. I love these things. They make me feel like a kid again. Let's see. I think I want blue and purple. Get yourself some notes. Get yourself some papers. Look, here's me earlier. These are my notes. Ah! I'm going to show you my private journaling, but this is me earlier. This is me putting boundaries with my feelings. Literally writing down all the things I feel, circling them with a boundary because I'm a very symbolic, metaphorical thinker. So I've got Sagittarius in my communication house. So I'm all philosophical about my thoughts and shit. So I like metaphor. I like to literally write stuff down, circle it, da, 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 and then decide how do I want to feel. Okay, so that's just a little side tip for those of you who get overwhelmed by a sea of emotion and you are literally feeling 10,000 things about 10,000 different things simultaneously. Write it down and literally draw a circle around it. I don't know, just the mental image shifts the energy. I can't explain it. Okay, let's go back to how we were talking about the things we wanted to protect. Okay, and I'm going to scroll back up here. Hi, Empowered. Welcome. I'm sorry if you came in and I didn't say hi to you. I might have missed it. Um, I want to refresh some of the things that we talked about. Scrolling. Okay. Um, Prioritizing our art, protecting being multifaceted, protecting wonder and flow, imagination. So I want you to think about what are the things you want to protect with this Scorpio new moon. So what's happening at a new moon, just to remind you, you're planting energetic seeds for the next moon cycle, like the next 6 months. So in uh, 6 months from now, we'll have a full moon in Scorpio. during Taurus season, so in the early start of next year. And in my experience, when you just live heart aligned, you don't even have to remember these. You could keep looking at your affirmations. You could keep saying them if you want to, but in my experience, I haven't even needed to do that. Just writing them down the one time and then continuing to live from the heart. I have noticed that when I get to that space and I look back in my journal at what did I say I wanted at the new moon of this sign last year, oh my God. And then you see the transformation. I don't know. That's about how long I've seen that it takes to perform an internal manifestation, which is my favorite thing to manifest. I like to manifest internal transformation, changes within myself. Um, I feel like they pay off more so than physical things. So let's think about what is it that you would love to feel that you want to protect. Okay? You value your art now. You value being a sacred artist. You're becoming this. You value and respect yourself and you love yourself more. So what are the things that you want to protect? Maybe those are the things that you want to protect. You want to protect prioritizing your art. I'm going to write that down because I definitely want to protect that. Baby. Okay. So if you feel like sharing, I would love to hear what some of the things are that you're wanting to protect. And if you want to focus on the feeling that you're wanting to protect. So maybe, like for me, I'm going to go with value of creating. Value to me is a feeling. It feels important. It feels valuable. You know, when like you've ever run into somebody and you can just like tell they're wearing expensive clothes, not because of a brand name anywhere on them, but you can just like, without even touching them, you can feel that it's a nice fabric, that it's well made, that it's just like, ooh, like something energetically about it. That to me, that's like value. You can feel value. You can feel when something is valued. And I think that's because energetically, there's a lot of energy behind things that are valuable because people have spent so much time protecting that thing and putting a lot of love into it that you can just sense that value. So think about the feeling. What's the feeling you're trying to protect as you become this secret artist? Maybe it's just simply love. Maybe it's just simply love. Creative faith. Ooh, faith in the ability to create them. Yes, faith in your abilities. Trust. Maybe you want to feel more trust. You want to protect trusting yourself and you're trusting your creative ideas. Another feeling that I want to protect is integrity. Integrity. And that to me, that feels like showing up, being authentic, aligning, taking my own medicine. I want to feel and protect that integrity because I want to feel good about what I'm doing. Who doesn't want to feel good about what they're doing? So, what do you want to feel good about? Now, as you, oh, I'm sorry. Okay. As you're doing this, if you want to follow along with me, you can. But I'm feeling called to ask you to circle the feeling words. If you're writing this down, if you're writing many things, circle the feeling words. So just like I showed you earlier, this concept of when you feel emotionally overwhelmed, to write all the different things you feel about different things and circle them. Spirit is saying, go ahead and write down all the things you want to feel, that you want to become in the future, that you want to manifest, that you want to protect eating of right now. Write them down. So write them down and then circle them. So fulfillment, that's a feeling. I want to protect fulfillment. I want to protect value, integrity. Michael offered faith. What other feelings do you want? Gratitude. I want to protect gratitude. Ooh, 'cause I know I can get grumpy when one thing goes wrong, and then, oh, my whole life is horrible. This whole day is terrible because of one thing that went wrong. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to protect gratitude. I have so much more to be grateful for than anything that can go wrong. I'm protecting gratitude, satisfaction. Mm, mm, satisfaction. You know, you said appreciation earlier, and I love that. I'm going to write that down for me. I want to protect appreciation for my creativity and humor. Yes, right? Protecting humor, not letting ourselves take it too seriously, catching ourselves when we just get a little too hard on us, making light of things, allowing ourselves to have some levity in life and just laugh, right? That's beautiful. Joy and humor. How else do you want to feel? What feelings do you want to protect? I'm going to put down self-respect because that's something I've personally been working on and growing, and I want to continue. I want to continue with that. So see what I've done? I've just started circling the feeling words. Okay, stability. Mm, mm. That's such a beautiful compliment to this Scorpio energy because that's so Taurus, which is its complement. So I'm not going to say opposition anymore. It's its complement. It's its partner. So yes, stability, wonder, gratitude, creative freedom. Yes, right? Because you were talking about protecting your multidimensionality, allowing yourself to have freedom to express how you want to, protecting my unique creative voice. Yes, beautiful. Sacredness. Mm. Yeah, letting your journey be sacred. Letting your journey be sacred. And write down flow. I think dreams say off of that. I love that. I really want to start protecting the process more and just trusting. Trust is another one for me. I want to write down trust. I want to trust more. I want to feel trust. I want to protect the feeling of trust in my creative. So you can take these feeling words and make them into an affirmation because they already now hold the vibration of what you seek, right? Because we seek out feelings, we seek out vibrations. And so we've identified the different vibrations of feelings that we're seeking, that our heart's seeking, not our ego, not our mind, but our heart's seeking this, right? So we're going to now clarify, and you can add more detail this way, or you can keep it general. But you could clarify, where do you want to feel that thing? So, like I said, trust. Well, where do I want to feel trust? I want to feel trust in my creative journey. I want to trust in my creative process. So you can add some details to those feeling words. Where do you want to feel sacredness? Where do you want to feel stability? Where do you want to feel value? Where do you want to feel appreciation? Where do you want to feel the uniqueness of your creative voice? You can add details to it, or if it feels good, just leaving it as that feeling that you want to protect, you can do that as well. So now at the beginning of so we're gonna make it a sentence now, and we're gonna do that not by adding I am, although I guess you could grammatically add I am, but I want us to focus on I protect. I am protecting. So however you want to say it that flows for you, but this is what you're protecting. This Scorpio new moon is saying plant the seeds of protection, of boundaries around these things you want to feel. So, around these things you value that are sacred to you, protect them. So, you could say, I protect the value of my creativity. Okay. Or I could say, so choose a way that feels good to you and then share it in the chat so that we can hear your affirmation and affirm it for you because that's how we're going to close right now. So get your affirmations ready. So you could say, I protect. You could say, I am protecting. These are all active statements. Or, what was the other one I said? Protection. Or like, I provide protection for something like that. However, it sounds good and flows for you. Okay, so I'm going to offer two of mine for you all. And after we finish today, I encourage you to continue with this exercise. If you don't feel complete by the time we end, keep going with it. Keep exploring with it. Keep feeling into feelings you want to protect. Keep circling those feeling words. Keep creating affirmation statements that resonate with the idea that you are going to protect these feelings. You are standing up for them. You could say, I set boundaries to protect, blah. You can say it however feels good. But I offer you today from my heart to yours. I protect the value of my creativity. I protect the value of my creativity. And I protect my trust in the creative process. I protect my trust in the creative process. So offer your affirmations to the group. We can all benefit from the things that you wish to manifest are most likely the things that we also wish to manifest. So you can, if you feel comfortable, offer your affirmations of, mm, okay. I'm going to I'm going to I'm going to use my bowl here as an attunement device. If you are listening with headphones, fair warning, I'm about to make some noise. You may want to shift the volume a little bit. As I read all of these. So here we go. Continue. Don't feel rushed. If you are writing them down and you plan to share them, just drop them into the chat when it feels right to you. I'm going to proceed with honoring the affirmations here today. First, by opening up with a little prayer. So, dearest God and universe, creator of all that is, thank you so much for this sacred moment in space and time to connect as awakened creators, as sacred heartists with our creative family. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to come together under the archetype of the Scorpio new moon to honor the um, reflection of the cosmos that exists within our souls, to take these lessons and understandings to a whole new level by internalizing them, by shining the light of loving awareness upon them, and utilizing the energetics available to us in order to better our lives and become more and more aligned with unconditional love. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to speak my heart's truth and allowing your love to speak through me and to receive the reflection of that love from so many other beautiful creators on this planet. Thank you so much. I open up a circle of protection at this time, calling an I take time and space for my creativity without apology or justification. I shelter my creations from unhelpful attitudes and opinions, especially within myself. I am protecting the sacred artist I am becoming. I love myself. My boundaries are reflecting new levels of self respect and trust within myself. I speak an affirmation at this time for those who did not share, just to uphold the desires within their hearts that are in their highest and greatest good and in the highest and greatest good of all. May those heartfelt wishes and desires be made manifest on this as it is in heaven. Thank you so much for the opportunity to breathe new life into this world and to stand in our power as awakened creators, now and forevermore. And as we speak it, we know it shall be done. And so it is. Amen. Mm. You all are magic makers. You all are master creators. You all are here on this planet at this time because you are meant to do incredible things. And those incredible things that you are meant to do is simply to follow your heart, to believe in the call in your chest that tells you, I matter, I'm worthy, I am love, and to spread that love and to share that love and to share the things you love and to share that your things you're passionate about and to speak your truth and to stand in who you are, to forgive yourself, to love yourself, to respect yourself. Me, thank you for sharing your beautiful heartfelt affirmations with this community. Thank you for your love and devotion and dedication to everything that Awakened Creator stands for. I mm, I'm so grateful. Thank you. I don't know exactly when I will next be live. I want to say it will be the regular Wednesday time. However, um, my father's surgery has some hiccups, so I am not sure what is going to happen from day to day. And then I have, like I mentioned at the beginning, my own medical issues going on. So I playing it by ear. I genuinely thank you so much for just loving me as I am. I try so hard to be consistent and to show up for you guys. And I really appreciate your understanding when I can't. Um, that's just how life is sometimes. Thank you for loving me anyways. And thank you for believing in me anyways. So I love you, and I hope to be in touch with you all soon and to go live with you all again soon. Um, you mean so much to me, truly, and I believe so deeply in the work that you're doing. So keep going, keep fighting for what you love. That's what we're supposed to do, and I will keep cheering you on every step of the way. I will never leave your side. I will be here to the very end. I love you, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.